Here you see the login screen of SAP Business ByDesign. I have already entered the user that I am going to use for the most parts of the end-to-end process. Only for the creation of the target group, the marketing campaign, as well as for the marketing lead part, I will use a different user. Why I do this, I will explain later. In the drop-down list, I could select the appropriate language in case different languages are used in the solution. I have already selected English, so I can click Log On now. Welcome to SAP Business ByDesign. What you see here is my Launchpad, which is always the starting point when a user is logged on to Business ByDesign. At the moment, you find 4 different areas on the Launchpad, and the areas, as well as the content within these areas, can easily be adapted by the user. Let's take a closer look at the different areas. First, the Work Inbox area, up here. Here I have access to business task management items directly and automatically assigned to me. This information push principle is an important principle of Business ByDesign, as the system pushes relevant information in the form of tasks, alerts and notifications to me so that I can complete my daily work. Let's have a closer look at the open items. As you can see here, the work items are sorted by priority and due date, so that I can easily see what requires my attention. Let me close the screen again. Second, the service and support area here. From here I can directly open, for example, the Getting Started, submit an idea, or consult the ByDesign community. Third, the KPI section. Based on my role, I can add different KPIs to my Launchpad that help me to keep track of important numbers like the net income or the profit margin. If I would like to have more information about a specific KPI, I just need to click the tile. And on the upcoming screen, I get, for example, information about the defined target value or the different thresholds that have been defined for the KPI. Let me close the screen, get back to my Launchpad, and now show you how to personalize the displayed content. Personalization is an important concept of Business ByDesign that is implemented through the entire solution. To add, for example, an additional KPI, I first need to click the Me icon up here and then start the personalization mode. To add a new KPI, I go down to the KPI section, click the plus symbol, and on the upcoming screen I go to the KPIs area. Here I then can choose the KPI I'm interested in. Let's assume I'm interested in the net sales KPI, and to add the KPI to my Launchpad I just need to click the pin icon and click Apply. As you can see, the KPI is immediately displayed on my Launchpad. Besides a new KPI, I can also add quick links to my Launchpad that help me to easily access the most important areas or tasks in Business ByDesign. Let me also add 2 quick links to my Launchpad. For that I need to scroll down a little bit to see the quick links area here, and to add a new quick link I again click the plus symbol, and on the upcoming screen I select the area to which I would like to add the quick links. I would like to add 2 quick links to the sales orders area, and here I select the sales orders work center view and the common task new sales orders. Again I click the pins and then apply, and as you can see here, if I scroll down a little bit, the quick links have been immediately added to my Launchpad. Please note that quick links to work center views always marked with a star, quick links to common tasks are marked with this document icon. To save my changes, I go up here, click Save. On the upcoming screen, I click OK, and then I stop the personalization mode again. Before we start with the end-to-end process, let me at first talk a bit more in detail about several basic principles and key innovations which Rainer mentioned in his presentation. Rainer emphasized how important it is that a solution has a consistent user interface as well as an easy and consistent navigation concept to access information. In Business ByDesign, the user interface is always structured the same way, no matter which parts of the solution are used or which role a user has in a company. This means, for example, that the main navigation area is always on the left side of the screen, which is this area here. In the navigation area, I have access to the different work centers that are assigned to my user. At the moment, the navigation area is collapsed and I can only see the icons of the different work centers. The color coding for each work center indicates which work centers belong to the same business area. When I click the icon on the upper left corner of the screen, this one here, I can open up the main navigation and the names of the assigned work centers can be seen. Let's take a closer look at one of the work centers, for example the sales orders work center. Each work center is composed of the same two areas. On the left side, the work center view area, which is this area here. The overview and the reports view that gives you access to the individual work center reports are common for all work centers. The views in between those two sections are always work center specific. The right area, which is this area here, is the common task area, where you have access to different tasks that can be executed in the work center. Depending on your daily tasks, there might be work center views or common tasks you're using more often than others. In Business ByDesign, it is very easy to create shortcuts to those. Let's assume I want, for example, create a shortcut to the work center view accounts, which I find here in the Accounts Management work center. I only need to hover my mouse over the accounts view and click the icon that appears next to it. As soon as I click the icon, the work center view accounts will appear in the shortcuts work center, up here. This works the same also for common tasks. Besides the navigation area, there are other areas that are consistent through the entire solution. At first, the top shell bar, which I find up here. It provides me with information about the work center view or the common task that I'm currently using. In the upper right corner, you find the Enterprise Search. And I can open the Enterprise Search by clicking the magnifying glass. Next, the Me area. In the Me area, I can start the personalization mode, enter my settings, give feedback, or log off. The question mark opens the Help Center, and I will talk about the Help Center more in detail shortly. The only section that changes is the Content area, which is visible on every page and changes when I navigate from one page to another, and this is this area here. The layout of the screen section varies depending on the business content of the screen and the typical tasks that I perform on the screen. After the short introduction to the consistent user interface, let's talk about the navigation concept in Business ByDesign. To explain the navigation concept in Business ByDesign, let me open the work center view sales orders. The navigation concept in Business ByDesign can be described as from simple to advanced. On the highest level, Business ByDesign provides you with the most important information, in this case to a sales order. For the sales order you find information, for example, about the total value of the sales order here, the posting as well as the requested date, the account, and for individual sales orders in this area here, what's the ship to or the bill to address. If you would like to have more information, you can click the sales order ID here, which opens up the sales orders overview. On the overview screen you find further information like the general status of the sales order, and a bit further down, information about the payment terms or the invoicing status. In case this level of detail is not yet enough and you have the required access rights, you can click the View All button on the upper right corner of the screen, which is here. This opens the complete sales order with all available information. It is important to mention that it doesn't matter if you would like to know more about a sales order, a purchase order, a customer invoice, or a supplier. If you would like to have more information about a specific object, you just need to click the related link and you will always get to the overview page, and then to the View All screen if you have the required access rights. Let me close the screen, navigate back to my Launchpad, to come to the next basic principle and key innovation which I would like to show you in the live system, the built-in help and learning environment. The built-in help and learning environment in Business ByDesign is composed of two parts, the Help and the Learning Center. Let me first talk about the Help Center. To open the Help Center, you simply click the question mark in the upper right corner of the screen, which is here. As you can see, the Help Center consists of 4 areas. The About area, down here, provides you with information about the ByDesign version that is currently used. Let's close the screen and talk a bit more in detail about the other areas. First, the Help Resource area, which is this area up here. The content that is displayed here is context sensitive. This means that it's always related to the work center view you're currently working in. So for example, when I open the sales orders view, let me do that quickly, the information is immediately adapted and suitable content, like the Sales Orders Quick Guide, is displayed. When I click the link to this Sales Orders Quick Guide, the document opens up. Here you find channel information, business background information, and also information about business tasks that can be executed in this Sales Orders Work Center. Let me close this screen again. If you want to search for additional information, you can either use the Business ByDesign library or use the help functionality down here. Down here you also find the link to the glossary of the Business ByDesign help environment. In the company-specific help section, here, a company can add specific help like golden demos or business rules. An administrator can decide whether these company-specific documents should appear only on a particular screen, for example only for the sales orders view, or on all screens within Business ByDesign. Below, you have access to the Business ByDesign community, where you find additional information, or you can submit ideas to make Business ByDesign better. Next, the My Notes area. Here you can add personal notes related to the respective work center view. These personal notes are only visible to the user who creates the notes, and not to anybody else who might also have access to the same work center view. At last, the You Can Also area down here. In this section, you are able to create and track an incident as well as open the Learning Center, the other part of the built-in help and learning environment. Each user can access the Learning Center through the Help Center on every screen, as I just did, or through the Self-Service view in the Home Work Center, which is here. The Learning Center offers two learning modules. The first one, Introduction to SAP Business ByDesign, offers you access to general information about Business ByDesign in order to get started with the solution. The second module, Role-Based Learning, provides you access to learning content separated by different user roles. Let's select the content that is available for the sales representative. On the sales representatives page, you find at first an overview about a typical task for a sales rep in this area here. In addition, different system demos are available here that demonstrates the usage of the solution as well as further information. Let's close the screen, close the Learning Center, and go back to my Launchpad to introduce you to the last basic principle and key innovation, the Enterprise Search. To open the Enterprise Search in Business ByDesign, I just need to click the magnifying glass in the upper right corner of the screen here. To demonstrate you how the Enterprise Search works, I enter the name of a customer that is maintained in the ByDesign system that I'm currently using, which is the customer Silverstar. The search result list contains data for which the user has the required access rights. But Business ByDesign does not only display the search results, they are already assigned to the categories to which the results belong, which is this area here, and if I click this link, you will see all the different business categories the search results have already been assigned to. You can narrow down the search results to a specific category. So for example, within the category Customer Invoices, here, you can narrow down the search results to invoice date or the date of the last change. For each invoice, additional information is displayed. If you want to have more information about a specific customer invoice, you just need to click the related link, for example here, and you will get to the overview page, and from here to the entire invoice document if you have the required access rights to open the View All screen and have the View All button up here. As you can see, this is another example for the navigation principle from simple to advanced, which is implemented through the entire solution. Now let's close the screen, go back to my Launchpad, and continue with our end-to-end business process.